Welcome to the Artistic Mystic and Muse channel. I'm Nancy, your mystical muse. This reading is for the collective for the beginning of March 2022. I've got plant medicine in, so that's why I've got a wad here in my cheek. So if you want to know more about plant medicine, feel free to, drop me a comment or reach out. But yeah, everything you need to know is in the links below. Feel free to share this with others. Click the bell so you get notified when new readings come up. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. So thanks for being here. A number of oracle cards came out. I've got some incense going to clear the energies. We're in a powerful portal opening since January, which would have been like 1/22/2022, but February, those powers, energies, intend to increase. The Schumann resonance is a thing you can follow on Instagram, but it shows you the energies that come out from the sun and how it impacts our planet, and sometimes how you feel. And if you want to know more about that, drop me a line and I'll be happy to share that information. So the overlying theme for the beginning of March, we have hope. And it's a 16 when converts to a 7, which talks about our spirituality, awakening, enlightenment. And we've got this kind of like a crown chakra opening. Also, I see this more as the sun and new beginnings as they're unfolding. Bottom of the deck, celestial teacher. So, and it's another 7. So now we've got 7/7. And if you want to know more, I'll try to remember to put a link in the bottom about numerology and where you can find information on numbers. For some of us, numbers show up to give us a little wake-up call or a little bell to remind us what's going on. But in this case, this celestial teacher, this could be ancestors, spirit guides, divine, God, universe, angels. And it can also, it's not only what they're helping you with, but it's also your connectivity. And we've got the chakra and the crown chakra, again, aligning with source. So taking time to meditate, pray, could be yoga, nature, whatever that is for you, but to get in alignment with yourself. They said take this one too. Yes, we have be still. So take time to be still. It's really important. We have diligence. So this talks about, being consistent with your practices, with your integrity, with the process, showing up every day. Each day is a new beginning, how you're going to set that day in the morning, right? And the gratitude you have for each day. And I'm also getting with this, we've got a bird flying over the land, and it's also about helping us to hold that bigger picture, that bigger perspective, instead of on the ground where everything's kind of right in front of us. And sometimes it's hard to see, as they say, the forest through the trees. So perspective and everything, being the observer, not always acting on what triggers or happens, being patient with yourself, your situation, the experiences and people that are placed in your path. Bottom of the deck, hang on because I got things everywhere. Oh yes, wonders. Being open to the wonders of each day, being open to the messages, the niggles and the nudges. This is the moon, so this talks about your intuition, your gut feelings, being open to those things. And wonders, and to me in a lot of ways, are those little miracles, the wonders of just today. We've got a beautiful day, the sun is out, the food you have on your table, those people that show up for you that make you find joy. Be open to the wonders all around you. Mending bridges. I heal rifts. I am a mender. So those bridges that you're mending, they can be your own bridge to your higher self, your connectivity, your soul, your alignment, but they can also be to situations, how you're going to heal and view situations, other people. Kindness is what I'm getting. Mending a bridge, being kind to someone, giving someone grace that may be going through a difficult time. Most of the time when they react, it's nothing having to do with you, but it may be triggering for them because it's something they have not healed. right? So being a mender, helping to bridge, helping to bridge the gap, right? To humanity, to each and every one of us. Proceed softly. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. So, and this is something comes up again, is that being quiet, finding space, taking time for self-care, um, and be gentle on yourself. Some of these energies that come in through the sun to the planet, because it is, sometimes some of us are sensitive to weather, for example. You don't feel quite yourself, or you feel off. Or you could be purging something, and it's not necessarily the flu, but it could be. But it's why self-care is important. Simplify your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life, and that again talks about the wonders, the gratitude, clearing the clutter of your mind, could be of your space, right? The things that kind of trigger your mind, that doesn't quiet the mind. It's about quieting those gears, as I like to call them, clearing the clutter. Yeah, listen with your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. So again, trusting that niggle and nudge. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. So this is not only talking about you treading carefully and softly, and it's a narrow path, right? So there could be, the visual I'm getting is there could be crazy chaos, conflict on either side, and you taking a step at a time and staying in alignment with yourself, regardless of what's going on. Now, granted, there are some things that we have to address, but how are you going to address it? Taking time to go softly, right? One foot in front of the other. Passion and pleasure, savor your life. And we just talked about that, how we have gratitude for the little things. What brings you pleasure? What brings you contentment? And they can be little things. It can be a walk in nature. It can be, for some of us who have a certain kind of diet we're following, treat yourself once in a while and know that it's okay to do that. If it brings you some joy and it's a way of self-love, that's okay. Part of life is also learning how to enjoy it and what works for you. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life, and it's in all shapes and sizes, not just the big things. So show gratitude for the little things as well. Beautiful. Okay, they said take the next one. Fellow travelers, support is all around you. So I was guided to use some angel oracle guides and cards and spirit guide cards. So you are being supported. Yeah, and the rainbow, it's about the journey. This guy's getting ready to head down this path, right? Life is about the journey. The destination, it's kind of good to know where you're going, but how you're going to get there and what's going to unfold. The abundance, we've got fruit in the tree, the peacocks, we've got the male and a white one, a divinity. The peacock is a symbol of the third eye. It's a totem animal, right? Talks about your intuition, which is guided by your heart, right? What lights you up, what brings you enjoyment. And he's got a walking stick. So this talks again about pacing yourself, walking carefully, thoughtfully on the path, and enjoying and observing what is around you. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So again, spirits coming through, you're being guided, but with divinity is helping you. So make sure you keep that in mind. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? It doesn't matter what anybody else says, right? They're not living their life for you. So we all have our own, like I call them flags, little red flags, or what makes us unique or different. Some people may not understand it, but you're asking not to change who you are to go with the masses. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And they're coming out of the cave. The patterns, the generations, ancestral patterns, and that's part of the treading carefully and observing is to see, you know, what triggers you, why do you feel a certain way, and try to get to the bottom of what that is. And know that once you can address it is how you heal it. It's not to say it won't trigger you again, but the idea is that it triggers you less each time because you're starting to learn who you are and resonate and being in alignment with your true self or your soul. Bottom of the deck, Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? So for some of us, our journeys are sometimes more than one. You have your personal journey, and sometimes that's the daily journey, but you also have a bigger journey that you're being asked to, or a mission you're asked to do in addition. So how can you be of service? How can you spread your light, that beautiful light that don't dim to fit in? Maybe your experiences, someone's going to be placed in your path that could learn from your experience, right? So yeah, this journey is a real big one this time around, this beginning of March. The only approval I need is my own. We just talked about that, not dimming your light. And it's a 6, which talks about also balance, right? Giving and receiving, give and take. We are all connected by our thoughts. So that's the other reason you're being asked to take a step at a time, be observant. Your thoughts are energy, and those thoughts convert to words and actions. So when you send out more positivity, love, and grace for yourself, but also for others, that resonates out and helps elevate everyone else that you encounter and collectively. My dreams are the signature to my potential, and that kind of goes back to what your path is, where you're going. Where was that card? Yeah, you're a traveler. Where are your dreams taking you, right? And how are you going to work to get there? It's a 55, which is a master number, and it talks about change, and experiences that come in to help you grow personally. Bottom of the deck, I don't overthink my current situation. That talks about getting off the little hamster wheel. Don't overthink something. A lot of times something will come in and you take it personally, and it's actually not personally directed, right? It's someone mirroring something either you need to notice, or it could be something you're mirroring for someone else, and it's not up to you to fix it or what have you. You just being yourself. So that's important. And that's the other reason about being diligent with your thoughts, right? And being patient with yourself and others. And sometimes it's hard. We also have the second chakra, Archangel Arielle, and this talks about your second chakra is between your navel and your rib cage, like your upper stomach, I guess you could say. And that's where your passion is, what lights you up, what excites you, what brings you joy or peace or happiness. Rest and rejuvenate. It's a 19, which converts to a 10, a new beginning, but it's also enlightenment, empowerment. Be sure you're taking time to rest. You don't have to be going all the time. And that also helps you quiet the mind when you meditate, take a walk in nature, whatever that is for you. Listen to certain kinds of music. Some of you may have a hobby that you do that, you know, that's a form of, when I bead my jewelry, you know, that's part of a meditation. That's also how I rest and rejuvenate also. So make sure you take time to do that. And that's from an energy deck. Yeah, hang on, I got a card here I need to put back. There we go. We also have from our guides, it says imagination, your inner child. Your soul is part of your inner child, how you connect with that. So, you know, imagination is a form of creativity. Everyone's creative just in their own way. Some of us are really good when it comes to creative writing, or it could be some of us are really creative and imaginative with mathematics. I mean, it's everything, but you're being asked to connect with that part of yourself, to dream, which we had a little bit of that in the other cards. My dreams are the signature to my potential. So what do you dream about, right? And there's butterflies here with transformation. So yeah, and we have Epiphany, higher self, which totally correlates with this card, and they fly out separately. But this one talks about the lotus, the awakening, the opening, the connectivity of you with your higher self or your inner child. You may have some epiphanies, things that would make you happier, whether that's doing something, or it could also be how you view yourself or others or a situation. But that aha moment, right? And it's an 18, sorry, whoops, there's a glare, which is a 9, which talks about going towards that wish fulfillment, what lights you up, what inspires you, what makes you happy, what brings you joy. Bottom of the deck, invention, creative guides. So that's part of your support beginning of March is what invention, invention isn't necessarily literally creating something new. I mean, it could be, or something new you want to try, but it's asking you to express yourself creatively in some way. For some of us, it's who are more kinetic, like physical. It could be with maybe it's exercise. Maybe you need to mix it up. Instead of doing the same thing every day, try a different strategy or try something new, but something that it opens you up. We had that too. Openness opens you up to something different. Maybe you haven't tried before. Or exploring something. It could be something you're interested in studying in. So you're being asked to go that route. We also have spiritual growth. So part of being open, part of exploring, part of being in alignment, the angels are helping you, your spirit guides, divine, with that. Why? Because it's going to bring you more joy. And when you're in alignment and from a place of more joy and love, that again echoes out energetically to those around you, the collective. Truth and integrity. Don't dim your light. This talks about standing in your truth and integrity. Being okay with who you are, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Everyone's different and unique, and to honor that. Here we go again, ideas and inspiration. So something this month, beginning of this month, and maybe throughout the month, we'll see as we get towards mid-March, but it's asking you to be inspired. You can even be inspired by someone else. Maybe it guides you to read something or explore something. Maybe on social media you see a really interesting quote or by someone who has an interesting practice that you want to explore, or it could be a topic you've always wanted. Go to the library, get a book, or go online. But you're definitely being asked. And we also have answered prayer. So there may be something that you've been praying about, wanting to manifest for quite some time, but be on the lookout for that. Something's coming to fruition for you in that regard. Let's see if I have anything else for you today. That's it for your beginning of March. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, put them down below, and I thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you next time. But again, I put out weekly readings as well as the monthly and mid-month, so check them out, and blessings to you all, and we'll see you next time. Bye.